Being a vampire in 2020 has had its ups and its downs. The ups being how many bad men are out there running in the streets of this bad city, whose deaths can be put down to this pandemic that us at the underground have crafted. The downs being how much time I've had on my hands to peruse the content being put out about my family. There's been an obsession with my creator, Count Dracula, for some time now, since he fooled that author, Bram Stoker, into writing that gothic book, vainly titled Dracula, alluding to his death. I understand his motives. He wanted those in Transylvania to stop carrying their relics and protections, but some of this new literature is damaging our character and our street credit. I mean, Edward and Bella sparkling in the sunlight and practicing abstinence while attending high school? Honestly. Whilst I personally enjoyed the leather-clad propaganda that is Underworld, I did prefer the Victorian era, where women were left on the sidelines, the showpieces, fanning ourselves without a bother or care in the world. And then there's my nameless cousin in the contemporary gothic horror spaghetti western film, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, that our friend Anna-leigh Amirpour crafted. Unnamed and looming, she, the girl, is seen interfering in the lives of the human, the bad and the troubled. Covered by her chandor and her demeanour, she is able to blend in, allowing her to interfere with humans and their experiences, punishing those who do wrong. She is a female vigilante, breaking ground in more ways than one. Her skill is in her empowered quietness. She leaves us women on the sidelines, unsuspected of the crimes our men are constantly, foolishly getting the blame for. No one suspects the quiet woman. The girl is subverting traditional roles of vulnerability, taking on the conventionally masculine role of dominance and control with ease and without question or suspicion. The girl is the new woman. While the past has seen a giggle and a smile and we're off scot-free, how much longer will this be the case? Those who look will see the woman Amirpour has crafted. They will see a display of a strong, empowered woman who embody all that men of the past have feared. Women who do not need a man for protection. Women who invite men into their homes, into themselves. How much longer will the patriarchy stand if the treatment of women in popular culture continues to shift into a field of equality? What would that world look like? Amirpour presents women who embody the new woman characteristics in a film that negotiates the experience of the other. Amirpour presents manifesting tensions of a world that struggles with hate crimes, racism, social expectations, and gendered inequalities. A commentary on the American-Iranian experience, the female experience, and the horror genre, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night presents a new type of woman and a new vampire lead. A cultured, assertive, strong, powerful, and independent new woman. There have always been women wanting to break down the facade of the helpless woman that us women of the night are protected by. These include the new woman, the modern girl, and the feminist. This Me Too movement has been making it harder for me to shift the blame of my crimes. How much longer will women be unsuspectable of savagery? I read a piece this morning by Carol Senf, Dracula, Stoker's response to the new woman, in which she speaks of the rise of the new woman, women advocating for increased women's rights, viewed through the lens of Gothic vampire literature. Senf quotes A.A. Cunningham describing this new woman as one who is breaking away from the expected social roles, prioritising education and a career, someone who acts with a sense of frankness, a sexual frankness previously unthinkable. These new women act with unusual independence, displaying their intelligence and the breakaway from convention. This new woman was, as Senf describes, displayed through Lucy Westenra in Stoker's Dracula. Lucy, a middle-class Victorian girl, wants to both conform to social roles and expectations, as well as rebel against them. Senf describes Lucy as a perpetual child, thoughtlessly pursuing her own pleasures. She knows it's heresy, but she's unsatisfied. Lucy wants to have all three men. Lucy wanted to be wholly satisfied. Lucy, as Senf describes, is a depiction of a devouring mother. Did she really sleepwalk into the arms of Dracula? Or is it a metaphor for her leaving behind expectations, giving in to temptation? Senf states that it was her restlessness which ultimately leads her to Dracula and to her emancipation from her society's restraints. Then there are Dracula's ladies, the three vampires who present as sexually and socially aggressive. with their reversal of sexual roles prioritising self-satisfaction over gendered expectations of maternal care, submission, and mannerisms. In the way in which Lucy, prior to her death, presented temptation, begging to be kissed by Arthur, to which he was very eager and had to be stopped, the three vampires elicit temptation from the stoic Van Helsing and Jonathan Harker. Harker states he felt a wicked and burning desire they would kiss him with their red lips. In this way, the new woman and her sexuality is presented as a danger and a temptation that must be abolished. The killing of these four women is a display of the destruction of the new woman that must occur to regain the establishment that is male dominance and authority. Four of Stoker's women are depictions of the new woman. The other, Mina, however, is the receiver of the love and devotion of the desirable men, the educated, the wealthy, and the honourable men. What is Stoker trying to say? Senf asks. Is Mina the perfect woman? Senf speaks of the way Stoker crafted his heroine, Mina, as a character who has started a career and sought an education but is sexually conservative. Mina holds features of the new woman without overstepping social comforts, holding a responsible profession and economic independence. Mina teaches herself shorthand and memorises timetables and maps to be a better assistance to her future husband, acting with poise. Holding some of the new woman's characteristics as an educated and somewhat independent woman, Mina retains her value through the repeated statements and actions that she would leave her career behind for her husband and her family. She believes motherhood is her social responsibility, and as Senf states, acts as a mother-like character to all. Mina is a nurturing and selfless mother figure. Mina is a woman who does as she is instructed, bending to the will of the group or the other, even if her past actions show proven capability. So little an egoist, as Stoker describes. Mina is controlled and controllable. The new woman made Mina uncomfortable, even though without the struggle and fight of the new woman, the life she held as an educated and independent woman would not have been possible. Stoker endorsed Mina's ultimate selflessness and nurturing character by portraying her as a lady who men would fight for, fighting to ensure she is pure and untainted. Mina is a woman who knows her place within the patriarchy. Ultimately, Senf presents an apt query. Was the fight to restore Mina a fight for control over women, a display of men's rebellion against the rising new woman? Are we monsters, vampires, and women, shapeshifters, who reform our meaning within our context? Can a girl walk home alone at night? Can a woman be new? So, these are the downs of being a vampire in 2020. With my food coming to me on a silver platter, I have too much time to read.